Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to be talking about meaning of infertility across different societies. So if you're interested in topics related to infertility, assisted reproductive technologies, then keep watching. And also just to add that today's video has been inspired by a really good book called Infertility Around the Globe, written by Marcia Inhorn. So first of all, perhaps to have a better understanding of the consequences of infertility, first of all, I think we should understand the meaning that people they are attached to having children. What are the desires behind them choosing parenthood as the social role? And perhaps when we look at different research that has been done across different countries, it seems like perhaps those desires that they vary depending perhaps on the culture or maybe religion. So generally speaking, in most Western countries, having a child, it is a choice. And very often it is something that we can give equal importance as, for example, a career. Therefore, very often in Western countries, the actual motivation to have a child is given as perhaps being able to develop that special bond with the child and, to love them and to receive the love from them. So on the other hand, in Western countries, the security in old age and preservation of the family lineage is not really given as often as the reason why people they want to have children, whereas in other societies across the world, the social and economics reasons are actually the most frequent reasons given by people as reasons why they choose parenthood as the social role. Inhorn, she actually divided their desires to have children into three categories, and the first one is social security desires. So it means that people they choose to have children, and as the main reason they gave to have that security when maybe they're gonna get old, they hope that the children they will provide for them, they will look after them. And as well, I think here we need to also consider that perhaps within certain communities or within social security desires, and this one means that people they choose to have children because they believe that having a child, it gives them security for older age. So they hope that the children they will look after them, perhaps financially. And the case of this might be in countries where, for example, there is no pensions, maybe there's no nursing homes, and perhaps people they see having a child as that is security for them in their old age. The second one is the social power desires, and here people they believe that children are some type of resource of power, and that's perhaps mainly to do with women who live in the societies with the patriarchal families and communities. So here in this case, for example, a woman by becoming a mother, they can gain some kind of respect within their community, within their family. And the third one is the social perpetuity desire. So perhaps within certain maybe societies and countries, there's a need to increase the number of populations. Increasing as well, having a child can be seen as a political investment. And I think it is important to add as well that although people they have perhaps this strong social, economic and political desires, why they choose to have children, and that doesn't mean that the love doesn't exist there. That doesn't mean that they don't have desire as well to develop that bond with the child, and that doesn't mean as well that they don't want that happiness that having a child gives. I think overall what is recognized from this research is that specifically in South Asia, East Asia as well, in some parts of Africa, not being able to produce offspring is seen as a major problem. And as well in some parts of the world as well, not being able to produce specifically a son is also seen as a major problem. But saying all this, it doesn't mean that here in Western countries people they don't suffer because of infertility. There's still research indicating that although it seems that the people they have more perhaps a freedom to choose whether they want to become parents or no, there's still a lot of stigma attached to infertility and a lot of stigma attached to people undergoing fertility treatments. So people they still suffer with shame and with gossips and they suffer because of perhaps not very thoughtful comments that people they address to childless people. So perhaps the topics of infertility and assistive reproductive technologies, they seem like very difficult topics to talk about, that they create a lot of shame, and they create a lot of pain for people. And perhaps what that might do sometimes is that people they might not talk about it. They might hide the fact that maybe they're infertile. They might just hide the fact that they're undergoing treatments, and that just creates then silencing, which perhaps it is not something very helpful, and is not perhaps something desirable for people, because I guess it would be much more easier if they could just express, what they're feeling, what's happening for them. I don't feel scared that someone's gonna judge them because they're undergoing fertility treatments, for example. And therefore, I believe that we need more conversation about these topics to normalize infertility and assistive reproductive technology, so that people, they don't have to feel ashamed, and they can feel free to choose whatever social role they want to take without feeling that they're doing something that is perhaps not approved by everyone else. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like it and subscribe. And if you would like to see more videos like this, then please just leave comments below. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.